Denise, Sakaze, Skyze, Slido, Sydney. I just want to give everybody an update on what happened in the court and thank everybody for being here. Really appreciate all of the support and the love and all of our 44 and Coyote family that are here. Everybody, they are the amazing people that we love and admire and that have stood with us on the front lines and stood with us in the face of police brutality, and we could not do this without all of them and without all of you, because all of the support that we have is just amazing and warms our hearts and keeps us going every day. It's not easy to be out on the territory with all of the destruction that's happening, with all of the police harassment and intimidation that happens every day. And these people have been standing with us, and many more that weren't able to be here today that appeared on video for the court today, and our Dixon neighbors that have stood with us. Colin's here and also had court today, and we just love and appreciate you so much. What happened today in court was that there was it was a proceeding that our lawyers appeared on our behalf. And they set dates for court to continue. Today, we were supposed to be able to find out whether or not CGL was pursuing criminal charges against all of the land defenders. Everybody was charged with civil contempt of the court order by Justice Church, that we could not be blocking CGL on our sovereign Wet'suwet'en territory, and that Wet'suwet'en laws were not upheld and do not supersede Western colonial laws. So CGL was supposed to say today whether or not criminal contempt would be pursued, and they asked for an adjournment for a month from now. And the reason that they're doing this is because they want all of the bail conditions that everybody has to not be on the Yinta and not be able to engage and support. They're trying to prevent everybody from being on the territory. So there's over like 30 people, there's 30 people that now have bail conditions saying that they cannot and are not allowed to be on our territory, even though they are invited guests, they are family members, they are part of our community, and they have every right to be on our Yinta. It's according to Wet'suwet'en law who gets to be there and who doesn't get to be there. And CGL and the courts are making that determination for us. And they want to hold that as long as possible to prevent any sort of resistance from happening out on the territory. So they've asked for an adjournment. The courts have advised CGL that they have to provide the disclosure evidence against us to our lawyers by March 7th. And by March 11th, CGL needs to come forward to our lawyers and to the court and to say whether or not they are going to ask the Attorney General to get involved in the proceedings and pursue criminal charges against us. And so on March 14th, there will be the next court date where they will set more dates in order to determine whether or not that's going to go forward or not. In the past, every time that they've asked the Attorney General to get involved, the Attorney General has declined to get involved based on mostly the fact that it is not in the public's interest to pursue criminal charges and that there's no evidence against us to pursue criminal charges. In the past, when that has happened, CGL has dropped their civil contempt charges against all of the land offenders. But this is a very important thing that everybody should be aware of. In 2020, when the Gitxsan Solidarity Blockade happened and the police came in and arrested hereditary chiefs of the Gitxsan Nation and matriarchs from their own territory, they were charged with civil contempt. The same thing happened in that case, where they invited the Attorney General to get involved, and they invited the Attorney General to get involved to pursue criminal charges. The Attorney General, again, declined to get involved, and the judge in that case allowed CN, a private corporation, to pursue criminal charges against the Gitxsan hereditary chiefs. That is not something that should be allowed even within the Western colonial system. It sets a very scary precedent that private corporations can now be allowed to intervene in a Supreme Court and in criminal court and pursue charges themselves as a private corporation without Crown prosecution being involved. And so this is something that we should all be aware of, and that we have to start putting pressure against this from happening again. And so there's a possibility that if the Attorney General does not want to get involved in criminal charges against us, that they might allow CGL to pursue criminal charges against us as Wet'suwet'en on our own territories. And that cannot be allowed. That cannot happen. We can't have private corporations that are destroying our land, that are destroying the future of all of our children in this territory and all of the territories downriver from us, to act as prosecution, as private prosecution, to criminalize us and to jail us. Everybody who is arrested at Coyote Camp and at 44 at Gidimt'en Checkpoint spent up to 5 days in jail, in 7 different jail cells, in 3 different cities and towns. And that cannot be allowed. That is making us political prisoners in our own homelands, taking us out of our own territories, removing us and criminalizing us for upholding Wet'suwet'en law. That's all we've done. That's all we'll ever do, is uphold Wet'suwet'en law and protect Wet'suwet'en and protect the Yintah for all of the future generations. And so I wanted to give that update to everybody, to keep following along what's going on and to ensure that we're putting pressure on the Attorney General, on the courts and the government, so that they do not allow private corporations to criminalize us. Every single person that's out on that Yintah is there for the right reason. They've always been there for the right reason. In order to uphold Wet'suwet'en law, Indigenous sovereignty, and to uphold that our chiefs and our matriarchs who have made the decisions to protect our territories for everybody, for the benefit of everybody. These people are sacrificing a lot. They have families, they have loved ones, they have lives that they need to attend to, and people are sacrificing all of that to be with us on the territory. Our Gitxsan neighbors that have been in solidarity with us and doing actions and being at the railway tracks, they're sacrificing time with their families. They're sacrificing, their lives. They're sacrificing all of the emotional, the mental, the spiritual hardships that come along with doing this work. And so we have to uphold each and every single one of them. And I just want everybody to know how appreciated they are, and want everybody, all of our support, to know to uphold these people and make sure that they feel the love today and every day that we have for them. Oh, it's off.
I wanted to also say thank you so much to everybody that's here, that's supporting us. This territory we're standing on is Cassia territory too. And I really appreciate everybody for being here. Gitxsan neighbors, the Haudenosaunee, the Mohawk people, everybody that's from all over the nation has been here. And we've been living in a territory for so long now, my husband and I. And we're not going to back down, and we're not going to stand down for anything. We need boots on the ground. Let's fight. Let's get it. Woo!